This next performer, is pretty good. He works in kind of the field, but he's never done comedy before. This is his first attempt at it, and he's going to show you what he's done in 6 weeks. Put your hands together for, from Las Vegas, Eric Culverson.
How's everybody doing this evening? I know what you're thinking. Tall, handsome, milk dud. Welcome. How about this economy? Did you know the government is now the single largest shareholder in both General Motors and Starbucks? Now, that's crazy. But it's also kind of cool, because for a limited time, if you buy a grande frappuccino, you get a free Geo Metro. Locally, wow. Last week, a couple driving through their neighborhood decided to follow signs for a bank-owned property for sale. It led back to their house. Now, me personally, I have not been laid off. And I'm pretty sure I won't be, because I don't have a job. I'm not complaining, but it's been tough. I had to move back in with my folks, and that's making the house pretty crowded, because they had to move back in with their folks. Thank goodness for Grandma and Grandpa. They're both working double shifts at Walmart. I can't even go to the movies without a discount coupon. Now, I used a coupon and it saved me $4. And I used that to put a large bucket of popcorn and a Coke on layaway. It's hard to date. I was at a club last week. I met this woman. I told her, I'm sorry, I can't really afford to buy you drinks, but maybe later we could go back to your place and I can show you my stimulus package. She said, hey stud, why can't we go to your place? Like, well, it's a bit early to be meeting the family. Hey, excuse me, where you going? No. Never mind. It's good, because I have found my dream girl. My new Geo Metro came with a GPS. She says things like, prepare to turn left in 200 feet. Oh, that voice is so sweet and so sexy. I am driving on the edge of my seat, just waiting to see what she says next. She says things like, please prepare to merge. You've been driving all day. Let's pull into that next rest stop together. Sometimes I will deliberately make a wrong turn just so she'll scold me. Calculating new route. You're so bad. But driving here in Vegas, now that's always an adventure. Like, you're speeding toward the intersection and the light turns yellow. What are you supposed to do? Split or double down? Vegas, we got gambling on every street corner. As locals, we don't even have to go to the strip. We have neighborhood casinos. Now, I was at my neighborhood casino the other night, and I won $200. I went to the cashier's cage, and the woman asked, well, how do you want that? Like, well, does it really matter? This money will never even see the parking lot. But hey, but since you asked, how about 100 in cash and put the rest on my cable bill? Vegas. We have shows like Zoomanity. Now, Zoomanity is a show about simulated sex. And it costs like $100. If I wanted to see simulated sex, I could have just stayed married. I mean, that's how you know when your relationship is starting to die. When the sex becomes just so-so. My ex-wife said that I was not romantic. It was my idea that after making love, that we would just hold each other, watching Sports Center. And I know that she enjoyed it because this girl knows nothing about sports, but she would try to follow the broadcast. So like sometimes she'd say something like, well, thank God somebody hit a home run. But, I mean, just to show you how little she knows about sports, baseball season turned to football season, and she was still saying that. But that's when you know, again, the relationship is suffering. Like, one time, we're making mad, passionate love, and I look down, and she's doing a crossword puzzle. I said, woman, what are you thinking? Number 5 across is Albany. But, you know, I figured out that it's better if your woman doesn't know too many sports analogies and metaphors, because that shit comes up at the most awkward times. Like, she said, I think you're starting to fade a little bit in the 4th quarter there. But, say what? She said, well, I think maybe we should talk about your performance in the late innings. Well, you're not getting a relief pitcher. She said, well, I just thought maybe I could spice up the halftime show for you. I get one of those outfits like those Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. And I was like, well, okay. Do they make them in your size? Did you say moo? You see my ex, huh? Yeah. But it wasn't always like that. In fact, my ex liked to do it doggy style. Yeah. Which I guess that makes me trainable because I sit at the foot of the bed and beg for it. And then she'd do her part. She'd roll over and play dead. But that was the good part. Because for the first 6 months, I wasn't allowed up on the furniture. That's my time, folks. Thank you very much. You've been a great audience.